After the State of the Union address, American journalist Megyn Kelly calls U.S. President Joe Biden feckless and afraid. Megyn Kelly, a contributor to Sky News Australia, blasted U.S. President Joe Biden for his absurd remarks on China at his State of the Union address. The 80-year-old gave a speech to the yearly joint session of Congress outlining what the United States would look like in 2023, including important topics like the economy, climate change, the conflict in Ukraine, and infrastructure. But in the middle of his speech on Tuesday evening, local time, Vice President Biden vowed to defend the U.S. swiftly if China ever threatens our sovereignty. The U.S. military last week shot down a Chinese spy balloon that was flying across American territory, prompting the vow. Nonetheless, President Biden has faced criticism for his slow reaction to the incident. Fresh information delivered to you. On Wednesday evening, Kelly attacked Mr. Biden in an interview with Sky News Australia, calling him feckless and afraid to confront important concerns. For them, this was undoubtedly embarrassing, she said, according to host Paul Murray. When the balloon sailed off the coast of South Carolina across the Atlantic Ocean, Mr. Biden approved the special military mission. Kelly, though, disputed the assertion that a comparable occurrence occurred with former President Donald Trump since Mr. Biden took 4 days to respond. They are attempting to imply that Trump was also involved. Trump didn't do anything, she maintained, calling the claim a falsehood. Due to a gap in his information, the commander of NORAD has admitted that a few balloons entered the United States while Trump was president. That differs from that. Nobody in the administration was aware of him or informed him. Biden was aware of this, so he let it travel the entire length of the American continent before waiting for it to cross the Atlantic before shooting it down. He now wants us to believe that although he issued the order to shoot this thing down, his military generals ultimately decided against it. What? If you issue the order, they will shoot it down because you are the commander-in-chief. Mr. Biden said he was dedicated to cooperating with China in ways that can advance American interests, keeping the lines of communication open. But make no mistake, as we stated last week, if China poses a threat to our sovereignty, we will take action to defend our nation. And we did, he declared to Cheers. I will not apologize for the investments we are making to strengthen America, investments in American ingenuity, in sectors that will shape the future that China aspires to dominate. In his State of the Union address, President Biden complimented the accomplishments of his government since taking office and claimed he is not through yet. He made a call for collaboration to pass legislation to the Republicans, who regained control of the House in the midterm elections last year. To his Republican pals, he stated, "There is no reason we can't work together in this next Congress if we could work together in the prior Congress. The populace clearly communicated with us. We achieve nothing by engaging in conflict for the sake of conflict, power for the sake of power, or fighting for the sake of fighting. And that has always been my goal for the nation, to unify the country while restoring the middle class, which is the foundation of the country." The 46th president continued by highlighting the economic triumphs of his administration since he succeeded Donald Trump in 2021. In the meantime, Mr. Trump offered social media with live commentary during Mr. Biden's speech in Washington. Mr. Trump stated that Mr. Biden should do well because the U.S. is a declining country. He made reference to the House of Representatives within the Capitol as such a magnificent location. In another post before attacking Mr. Biden, Mr. Trump described him as stumbling, bumbling, he just can't get the words out. I don't want that to happen, but it's not a pretty sight to the world.